Good evening and happy Super Bowl Sunday to everybody. Welcome to Cigar Sundays Live. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV across all social media platforms. Always joined by the illustrious Cigarden Panel with at I am Jazz Garcelle and the God Ali Dawood L at BK Soul Farm. Peace, family.
Peace, power, and profit, God. What you dealing with?
Man, first, we gonna send some prayers out like we always do to the wonderful and magnificent at I am Jazz Garcelle.
We miss you, sis.
And
Come
we
on
do
back.
miss you.
Get better.
Yes, indeed. And when she get back, we're gonna get right back to it. So love to her. Make sure everybody smash that like button, share the video, also subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Also, don't forget the links in the description to support the channel. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So you asked the question. What's the question?
Truth.
Word.
Truth. Is it more or less harmful than a lie?
Huh.
So we're not gonna just, that's not just the question of the day. We have to take from examples of where we've seen it used in comparison, and then we can further decide or judge, is it more or less harmful than a lie? And the first scenario that I like to present is typically, even myself when I grew up, around December 25th, I was always expecting this certain person to show up and bring a lot of gifts.
Yeah.
You know, and that truth, you know, like I actually lived and believed in that truth, and that truth brought so much in that truth at that time, okay, brought so much joy and so much happiness. But I didn't know that it wasn't the truth the whole time until it was revealed to me that it was the truth, that it wasn't the truth. So what did I miss by the truth not being shared with me?
You misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding?
Yeah, you misunderstanding of value of things. Right. So you learned you wanted something, or even if you didn't want something and you just got something on December 25th, things just show up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like you didn't learn that moms and pops had to work a double shift or had to sell some jewelry or do whatever. Right. You don't know nothing about none of that. All you know is some fat white dude is coming down a chimney that you don't have. Right. To put some presents under your tree.
Okay.
So you lose the value of understanding the beginning process of financial literacy, actually, because like it's all a gift. It's all, I don't have to do anything but be good, and things will come to me, right? Like That's
That's
definitely
pretty much
this.
what I was told. That's definitely
That's
the
it.
way.
Yeah, you
That's
better be
definitely
nice. I go, yeah, a whole song. Santa Claus
right.
is coming to town. Like they got like a whole song. Make it a list, checking it twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a whole
So
culture
it's a whole
around
culture.
it,
It's around the lie,
around the lie. Yes.
right? To keep up to actually to start you to make sure that you financially dumb because
Okay.
you know they raise prices, but you know call things on sale. You know during that time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like so it's a money grab for economy and for society, but it's not beneficial, right? Like you just grow up just thinking that you can just want
For
something,
the person getting lied to is not beneficial, right?
or the people lying to that person because one day
There we go.
you're gonna have to tell the truth, you know, or not even tell the truth. One day you're gonna have to explain reality, and you're gonna have to account for yourself, right? Like
So what do we think? What do you think, God, is the reason for, because once you become aware, then now you have the ability to make a choice if you're going to repeat it. Um,
that's, that's hard, right? Because yeah, you're aware and you get to make a choice, but like where are you at in your process, right? Like are you in the do something phase, or are you still in the thinking phase, right? Are you still in the making plans phase, right? Because that's like all the growth and the progression thing, right?
okay, no, but I'm talking about, okay, that's another level. I'm talking about a child. I'm talking about a child being lied to
Hmm.
about the 25th of December.
Hmm.
All right. And then when they grow up and they find out that the parents are the real stuffing stalkers.
Hmm.
All right. Then they have a choice whether they're going to repeat it, because it like, it may be their religious practice that they don't. It may be a idea that they practice on it that they don't. It may be whatever
Yeah,
they
yeah.
own, however they feeling about it, that they don't recycle that.
You know why it's tough, God? Like it's tough because that December 25th thing is such a big ritual, so to speak, that it ingrains in you from childhood to where you actually think that it helped to mold the kind of person that you are, right? So
Christmas help the mold a purpose. How
yo,
can you bust
so
that down for me?
so I remember when I stopped celebrating, right? And the the arguments that I would get for how I'm hurting my children, it was all I'm taking away moments and memories, right?
Okay.
Like
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like these, like that's what I mean by those things help shape people, so they feel like they're robbing their children if they don't put them through the same experience or whatever, right? Like
Okay.
it's weird. It's really weird. That's why I say, right? It's like you know that's like the start of financial dumbness, right? Because you keep perpetuating it because you got this feeling. You're
I
not
get
using you're
I
not
get
using
that
your
area
brain,
of it. Yeah, I get that aspect of it.
right? That's
I'm
what I'm
I'm
talking
I'm
about.
going on the lie,
Yeah.
because it's the fact that I'm being told the truth, what it's appeared to be the truth, when it's actually a lie. Okay, so in that case, we could say, for the baby's sake, for their experience that they would be deprived of, it's better to lie to them than to tell them the truth. Because I'm not getting that. What I'm getting. from me, what I'm getting from me from it the experience is the the lack of the financial literacy,
Mhm.
the lack of the sacrifices and appreciation that I would develop from knowing, have being in the know,
The value.
the value of it, knowing that one day when I get older, if I have a family of my own, that this is another financial responsibility, that we do, so you can have this experience, and you lose that. You lose all of those valuable things, um the secrecy, the whole go to sleep, like it's a the whole ritual of it, and what I'm deprived from the value of the parents providing it.
Man,
So so I'm looking at it like, is that more? Because that's what we practice, like, and that's what we talking about, like, and I'm not saying me and you practice that.
yeah, society, yeah, culture,
Yes,
yeah.
this culture practices that, and I'm under the impression that is where we get tricked into being offended by the truth.
So so the dangers of specifically talking about December 25th, right? Like if I'm having an argument with a person about who has the responsibility of teaching a child how to be good in society or be useful in society, the parents or the school system,
Hmm.
it's like I'm saying the parents don't have resources or the knowledge to know how to be good parents, right? Everybody's just winging it for the most part.
That's
Um,
cool.
I'm saying that's a real reality that most people know but don't want to say out loud. I'm saying that the school systems has a whole curriculum and a whole program, and it doesn't matter your race, culture, creed, religion. Everybody learn the same math, same
Hmm.
English,
Hmm.
kinda the same history, right? The
Yeah,
same
it's
science,
compulsory. It's compulsory.
right?
Absolutely.
So it forces um, a societal norm,
Okay, right. Which is to lie to our
right?
babies,
And I'm
to
saying,
in lieu
and
of the truth.
I'm saying that December 25th and others, because you tell the babies, hey, be good, or else you're not gonna get X, Y, and Z, right? It's a tool that parents use for the lack of knowing how to properly not train their child, but educate them, give them the best values, right? Like they don't know how to pass on the values because we don't have a culture. The
Okay.
culture is to continue passing because that whole December 25th is all about being good the whole year, right?
Right
So
to right to the babies. Yeah. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what so it's all about being good for the whole year. Now, what happens when that baby finds out that uh it don't matter about being good or not, is whether mom and pop can afford it or not,
Correct. Yeah. And that's really what it's always been about.
right? But now you got a kid that like, yo, you just lied to me this whole time. I can just be whatever and just I can just do it. It's like a whole trick bag, bro. Like
Okay, that's a great point right there,
it's a whole trick
because
bag.
because that's where we going with this.
Yeah.
Because then how can so then this is a societal norm what we talking about, celebrating the
Hmm.
25th,
Hmm.
okay?
Hmm.
And it's cool.
Yeah, oh yeah,
The
whatever.
thing the thing about it is that now when you say, now I'm older and I know better. So now here's where more confusion comes in on top, because the person that gives me the most discipline and guidance just lied to me. But then they also tell me, don't lie to me. That's very destructive, because it's stemming from that. Like, how can you say Don't lie to
That's what I'm
me.
saying,
And you
bro.
just lied to me for like until the person revealed. Like I've seen some people like 9, 10 years old, 11 even sometimes. Um, so that's why I'm like, is it more harmful? Is it
Yo,
or
think about
is
it.
it more harmful? Or is it
Think about it.
okay? Because
They got degrees of lies, right? They call them little white lies for the lies that are okay, the lies that are not harmful to one's person,
okay.
right? They're white lies, so they're deemed almost the truth, but not really, right? So that's
You
how people,
talking about where information is amended in the you
right?
talking about it's
I'm just
been
saying,
doctored. It's this I didn't lie to you. I just didn't tell you the whole truth. Oh,
didn't
we're
tell you
gonna
the
get to
whole
that.
truth. Yeah, but
We're gonna get to that. We're
I
gonna
think
get
that's part of it. I think that's part of it. And we say again, right? You say don't lie to me while you lie this whole time, right? You teach don't lie, don't lie, don't lie, but you actually lie yourself. And when that child gets older, that child is going to repeat that same process of that lie. And at some point, somebody's going to either wake up and say, hey, this is not right. We keep lying to each other. Our family's falling apart. Or somebody's going to say, hey, keep the party going.
live the lie, right?
You get gifts.
Live the lie.
All right. All
and
right.
I and I'm like, I enjoyed like I hadn't celebrated the 25th in a long time. So this past 25th, I enjoyed it, the gifts and all that stuff. Even though I ain't get much, but it wasn't about that. I enjoyed, the
Yeah,
experience. And
it's cool.
like it reminded me of like, brought back childhood stuff,
Awesome,
and
right?
yeah, and I was in a positive environment and everything. And I was like, you know what, this feels good, but I'm actually doing it in the truth. I'm
Correct.
not I'm not delusional about what it is,
Correct.
you know.
And that's different. And that's the difference, right? That's the difference. Now,
Yeah.
you can participate without celebrating, right? Like you can participate, you can do what you want to do, right? But you don't have to, drink the whole cup of Kool-Aid.
You can show up and don't drink the eggnog.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But like I think personally, I think that our society teaches us to lie, and to the point where we love the lie, right? I think that's why they say the truth hurts, right? Because
But why? Why does the truth hurt? And that's what we're trying to figure out here tonight. Why
because we love
does
it,
the truth
because we
hurt
love the
so
lie.
much?
Because I want you to lie to me, bro. You're supposed to tell me that it is a sunny day when it's pouring down raining. You're supposed to make me feel what did that lady running for president talking about she don't want the kids leaving the house scared of the world. She want them to just pop up and just be surprised. And I'm like, man, nah, you look both ways, there's cars coming, right? Walking walking a green, not in between, right? Because it's
Right.
safe, right? Like, right. But it's that's what I'm saying. We love the lie, bro. Like everything is about the lie. The truth is painful because it forces you to be accountable, and it forces you to do something. Because that choice you talking about,
Hmm.
that's what's hard.
The choice
Because
hard.
the choice is hard. The choice is hard because when you decide to go left, you went left, and you got to deal with that, right? And you don't have anybody else to hold accountable for going left besides you. No
Right.
matter what you want to say, oh man, the people that was on the left side, they messed up. They messed me up. That's where you went though.
You went to the left side.
You went to the left side, right? So whatever comes with that, and that's a hard pill. Like, accountability is a hard pill to swallow, right? Is That's why what we said last week. I'm sorry, but I love you though,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Accountability is hard, and not just hard. It's painful mentally and sometimes physically, right? It can give you stomach aches. It can give you headaches. It can keep you up at night, right?
Sometimes, but me, it just depends on. Yeah,
Yeah,
for me, it's
I'm not even
situational.
talking about me. I'm just talking about just like regular, like it's
And I think
hard.
for everybody, I think for everybody, it's situational.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Like, but it is hard for the most part, right? Like, I for me, I prefer bluntness because it's hard. I prefer to get it out. I hate surprises.
me too.
I hate it.
Me too. Part of that
I,
movement.
I hate them. I
I
don't
do.
even want no surprise awards, bro. Like, I don't want surprise party. I don't want surprise. I'm mad.
I know. I know. My wife and my sister threw me a surprise party,
Ooh, that's
and she
crazy.
said, she said when I walked in the house, she said, "I knew that you was not happy, but I seen you play it off real smooth
Because I love y'all.
because I love everybody." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all love me enough to do this,
Yeah.
But if you knew me well enough, you wouldn't have.
It's I ain't gonna. That was a private conversation. But
No,
it was a great experience.
great
I
experience.
enjoy it. I love y'all. I love both of y'all. Thank you
Right?
for doing that. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? For
Like it's
doing
like it's
that.
fire, right? But that's
Somebody cared about
because
me. Trust
because you gotta lie, right? Because what they say, like you played it off, and that's playing it off is lying,
I did. I did. I
right?
played it off.
That's a
And
white lie, right? And that's what we do
yeah, I played it off.
because everybody else needed that.
They had driven so far. Like when you start seeing the other people in the room and stuff, you can't take
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying? Like they
can't
did. They want to see you smile. That's what they
they want to
expect.
see you smile, right? And they want to smile with you.
Right.
So so
So to
so
deny them that, like that would have been at your own birthday party.
At your own birthday party.
They might have all jumped me in there. They might have all jumped me in there. But like, man, what
If they
the
really loved you, they would
heck?
have. What you mad?
Right? Because we try to do something for you, you mad. It's
But
crazy.
that's real love though, right? Because you would get jumped for being mad for expressing yourself, right? But they would do it anyway because they wanted to,
Yeah.
right? And y'all would go on about y'all, the party would continue and hugs and kisses and
Family.
family, right? Like it's not a in truth,
In truth.
right?
In
In
truth, family. In truth.
in truth,
Yeah.
right? But when we got to do the lie, it makes it awkward, right? You get that you get that you got to make a decision. Am I going to wild out? Or am I going to chill out? Mhm. Chill out. Hey everybody. Hey auntie. Hey, love you, love you, love you,
That's
and
right.
have a good time.
Yeah, and enjoy their company.
Enjoy their company, right?
Because then look, I was I don't like surprises. I was I was briefly annoyed. I'm talking about like it was like when we was coming up the steps and they hit the light, I was just like I knew something was going on because the light came on too fast. I was like, and then I just heard surprise. So I kind of knew it was something going on because I was about to say, hey, what's the kid? I was about to call her name. I'm like, hey, what you got going on? Like coming up the steps. And then it was surprise. But by the end, I was actually upset that everybody was staying in hotels. you know,
Oh.
I was like, why y'all staying in hotel? But because we had to surprise you and we had to come the day before. So, I was like, nah, don't go. You know what I'm saying?
Family.
Down and you know. So
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
so that's why, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? When I really love somebody genuinely, truthfully, honestly, you know what I'm saying? It's disappointing, you know what I mean, when things, you know what I'm saying, when things become dishonest. So, so I kept the honesty going with it. And I guess that was a white lie, but it got honest by the end of the event, because I honestly didn't want nobody to go.
Yeah.
I didn't
You
feel
just
like I didn't
you
feel
just
like being bothered that day.
you just you just didn't want no surprise.
Yeah, I was like, damn, y'all got cake and sparklers and everything.
Like a whole party.
The cups matching the napkins. I'm
like
like,
like y'all ain't just show up. Y'all showed up and did stuff.
y'all
Okay,
got
like
they had
that's
drinks, they
dope.
had a bar, the whole thing was laid out, the food was laid out.
Nah, that's fire.
It was nice. But there was definitely a moment where the truth was way less harmful than a lie. And I enjoyed it. So
No, no, you mean the truth would have been way more harmful than a lie.
oh no, I think it was way less harmful than a lie, right? Because well, I get I don't know, I'm confused. The lie,
Yeah.
they was telling me a lie. They ain't tell me nothing, but that's what I'm saying. They ain't tell me
No, I'm saying the lie was you going along with it, right? Because you didn't want to originally. I'm saying the truth would have been you being mad and saying, "What the hell y'all doing here? Y'all know I don't want this crap." Blah 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 blah.
oh yeah, definitely, definitely. So that was a case where the lie, but I'm gonna say this though.
Mhm.
I didn't want the party. That's the truth. You know,
And that's all
I
I'm talking about.
yeah, I didn't want the party. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But me enjoying myself wasn't a lie.
No, that's different. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about that part. I'm like that part is different. Like I'm not.
yeah.
I'm only talking about the initial. Again, right? Had you spoke your truth, you wouldn't have gotten to the other part that was all the love.
I wouldn't have got to it.
The only way for you to get to the love was for you to lie a little bit.
Yeah, it was for me to lie.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It was for me to go with it.
To go with
Yeah,
it.
to go with it. For everybody else.
Yeah, right. And for you.
Well, I mean, it worked out for me at the end because they was
That's what,
doing it for me.
that's what I'm
But
saying. That's
you
what
know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
right?
But
Like
it was mostly for them. Like they threw that party for me in honor of me
for them.
for them. And I'm just talking about the ladies who I love. Thank y'all.
There's any reason to party, any reason to get the family together and show love, right? Like whatever.
Oh yeah, my
Right.
sister throw parties. She do it.
Right. Let's just throw Monday parties, right? Just throw a party.
Yeah.
But nah, that's dope though. But and that's what I'm saying, right? Like even in that scenario, even figuring out what the truth is or what the lie is in that is tricky, right? Because we do things that we don't consider to be a lie necessarily, or that we don't consider to be harmful, but it's absolutely we just going along with it because it's the easiest thing to do, right?
Okay. So going along with things. All right. Just going along with the truth. All right. Like let's say well going along with a lie. That's
Yeah,
presented as the truth, right? So let's just say
correct.
just going along with it. So where do we draw the line at? Where should a line be drawn in placing value on the truth or the lie. And the reason why I ask, where should the line be drawn on placing value on it, is because, to my knowledge, the truth is always going to allow you the best path forward. The real truth, the facts, some people call it the data or whatever, even though that can be manipulated. But honesty, being sincere, straightforward, with a filter on it. I'm learning now. I need to put a filter on things sometimes.
Yeah,
So
it's hard. It's hard.
It's
not hard, it's difficult. It's challenging.
So even with that, where do we draw the line at? Which one has the most value? Because we see, like, an example that I just gave, where, like, it was a party thrown for me. I clearly just married the lie. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that wasn't my true feelings about it, but I was mature enough to know the value of everyone else in the situation. So when I married the lie, it didn't put me in harm's way. It was a celebration for me. Everybody helping me. Everybody there is for me. So it was valuing marrying the lie. But then I could have told them, I don't want this party. I would have saw value in that truth because I was being honest about it. The other people wouldn't have seen value in it because of how it was structured, because they put it together. It meant something to them. They were helping me. They were loving on me. They was going out their way to do something for me. So where you think the value is in that? In the truth or the lie? And that's who. Hold up.
Oh, you hear?
Welcome to the stage.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's
What's
up,
up,
Jazz?
sis? How you doing?
Wait,
sis?
hold on. Wait. Okay, that's better. There we go.
How you
This
doing,
way.
sis?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Just cool and chopping it up.
Chopping it up.
We talking about truth and lies.
What
Is the truth
are
more
we talking
harmful
about?
Is the truth more harmful than a lie? More or less harmful than a lie. That's what we chopping up right now. We just got finished talking about a lie. But
Okay.
but just to bring you up to speed right now, where we at
Yeah.
is we were just talking about, is truth more valuable? Is telling somebody the truth more valuable or telling a lie more valuable? And the reason why is because we had a situation where your sister and your sister-in-law threw me a party. I don't like surprise parties.
Oh.
But and I was unaware. They completely got me by surprise.
This one got you.
Like, they got me good because she knew it, because her sister-in-law knew what to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they got me, but I don't like surprises. So I could have told them the truth, like, look, man, I don't know what y'all did all this for, but this cool. Y'all can pack this up.
Shut up. Y'all can pack this up.
Yeah, like, y'all need to pack this up, right? I could have presented an attitude like that, but
Yeah.
but basically, to say I went along with the lie is because I smiled, enjoyed myself,
Right.
realized
You
that
didn't want to hurt their feelings. They went to all that.
I knew it was for them. I knew it was for me. Okay.
Right.
And they were doing it for me. Like, it was right there in my face. I seen them doing it for me. So it really wasn't a situation where I felt the need to be selfish. I felt the need to be selfless.
I see.
So
Yeah.
so the path that was taken was to just go with the flow. Like, this is in honor of you, even though you personally, privately, professionally
Every way
don't,
possible.
don't like surprises,
Don't like surprises.
but I had a wonderful time. But using me as an example, that was a situation where the lie was beneficial
Right, right.
for everyone else, and it even benefited me at the end, right?
Right, of course. It
Okay,
being your surprise party and all.
right. So now we asking. So now we that's the example. But now we looking at, from that example, can we say that the truth is more valuable than a lie? Can we say that the lie is more valuable than the truth? In that case, which one do we apply to that?
In that case, I would say that the lie is more valuable because you're not just like, yeah, you guys did all that, surprised me, but I don't really like this. Like, because that one little white lie of just, going through with the motion. I mean, I don't even want to say going through with the motions, but I mean, kind of like, having a smile on your face and saying, oh, I mean, of course you're appreciative and everything, but it's just the fact that they sprung it on you like, boom, surprise. Like, and that you're not the type of person that loves surprises in that way. Some people love it, some people don't as much. And, out of respect and your love for them, you just said, you know what, it's okay. I'm not going to make a big deal, you know, just go along with it. And you ended up having a good time. It's just, you were like, boom, this is a shock. Like,
Oh,
okay, it's a
I definitely
surprise.
was shocked.
You know what I mean? Like,
Super
wow.
shocked. Super shocked.
Yeah. Um, that's so in that situation, a lie was definitely better than the truth. You spared some feelings and some, God, we put all our effort and time into doing all this, and he's not happy, or he didn't like it. And it wasn't the fact that you didn't like it. I'm sure it was just like you didn't have any planning in it. It was a surprise. You didn't know. So, maybe you would have wanted it to be like a completely group effort, like,
Mm-mm.
or you just didn't want it at all.
It's not
Just,
a surprise.
Just not
I mean, okay,
surprise.
not a
Yeah,
surprise aspect. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
Like
we throwing you a party. Word.
yeah, like I feel like if I would have liked if my lady would have said, look, we're gonna throw you a surprise party. Just act surprised. I would have
Right, right.
I would have appreciated that, because I know you don't like surprises. But she told me, like she didn't tell me anything. She went along with it
She
and everything.
kept it as a surprise the way
Yeah,
it's meant to be.
yeah.
Oh,
But I was sharing with Ali earlier, like, but she saw a kind of glimpse on my face, like, but it was quick. It was a quick glimpse,
right. You
because
had that moment of shock on your face, like, what the,
it,
that
for
kind of
me it
like,
was more like, why the
right.
it wasn't a what the, it was a why the. All these people in my
Right.
living room, and I thought I was getting ready to come home and chill and relax. Like
Wow.
I wasn't even dressed. I would,
Like
what I'm saying?
that's
Like,
a
You would have
completely
wanted to be more
mindset.
prepared. Yeah, you
man,
were like,
I
this is
wanted to be.
completely
I would have liked
caught
to
me
been.
off guard.
Like if she would have told me, then I could have went
Yeah.
out. I could have played it off the whole time, but I would have been fresh and fly the whole day coming back.
Right?
Like,
You're like, hey, I just happen to be in a tux when I get back, got my gator boots on.
we went shopping. That's how they distracted me. They took me shopping. Imagine that. And I ain't buy
Smart.
nothing. They bought me something.
Wow. So you went window shopping to come back to a big party.
No, one of our cousins from Florida wanted to go shopping because they were visiting with us. And
Oh, okay.
they was just like, come on, cuz, take me shopping. We know
Right,
that
for you to go with them.
yeah, she lied.
Like a diversion. Yeah, to get you away from the house.
She lied and said
Clever.
she needed my expertise in picking out some kicks. So I was like, oh, of
They
course.
gotcha.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, she used the right words and everything.
she from New York, so it's
She used the right words.
yeah. And she was like, come on, cuz I'm gonna take me out there to go get some kicks. You got all the styles and stuff. And I was just like, all right, cool. I'm down with that. We'll run out there real quick. But I didn't realize the reason why it was taking so long, because we only bought one thing. But I wasn't paying attention.
Right, you were like, hold on, this isn't a shopping spree. We're just,
I had nowhere to be. Like it was my birthday and I was relaxed. So I was just like, cuz out here shopping, take your time. Like we drove out here, nice little drive. I'm thinking about getting back home, what we gonna eat for later on, and maybe go out somewhere or something. I don't know. I was just gonna chop it up, but yeah, they had a nice surprise party. And
that's cool.
It was nice. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, but I mean, it depends in situations. I mean, not really depends. I mean, it does kind of depend, but it also depends on who you're talking to, because like, let's say I have a friend and she's going through a situation with her in her romantic relationship. Now, she's just having a hard time, he's not cooperating or whatever, whatever. And, I want to tell her like my real opinion, but I don't want to hurt her feelings. I would tell her the real opinion, but in a less harsh way, in a kind of gentle way, as to not hurt her feelings. I would still tell the truth, but not as blatant as maybe I should, so that she's not like freaked out. You know what I mean?
How do you know what's not gonna hurt a person's feelings? Help me with that. I
Well,
don't understand that. I don't know
I don't know that either. I think everything
not
is
gonna hurt a
potential.
person's feelings.
well, yeah, that's kind of difficult too, because you have to know the person. I feel like you have to really know them, or just,
What if you think you know
say,
the person?
well, you just take a chance and say what you say what you mean to say, and
And
they
mean
react
what
how
you
they
say.
react.
All right, fair enough.
And hopefully the friendship is still there after, like, feelings are hurt and whatever. But if you're good enough friends, you could look past it and get through it, whatever, with whatever you might have said. But I think it's better to be honest with people than to lie, or to even, cover up any type of truth. Like, if you're a true friend, you're really down for me, you're going to tell me the truth of how the situation is, or how you feel about whatever. You're
Here's
not
a
going to
question.
lie and sugarcoat it.
You do that with family too, right? That's
Yeah, of course, family. Yeah,
like,
I was just talking about friends, but family, of course,
yeah.
family, you would want your family. That goes, I mean, and I'm just gonna say it, because I have a good relationship with you, with Errol, my dad, my mom, um, Rocky, and I would like you guys to be honest, like, to the core. Even if it's something you think would hurt me, it's better for me to know the truth than to be in the fog of a lie and not know, your true feelings or whatever. You know what I mean? It might hurt me, but in the long run, or in the bigger picture of the scheme of things, it would teach me a lesson, or it would be like, you know what, I'm telling you this for the good of you, or for the good of your situation. I'm not trying to hurt you deliberately, and sometimes it's better coming from a family member, because they, I mean, depending on the relationship you have with them, which I have a great relationship with most of my family, that they're not trying to be malicious, they're not trying to hurt you, they're trying to give you the business, give you the real facts before the world, comes and stomps on your heart or your whatever, like.
Especially someone that loves you, that has exemplified
Right.
they love
That
you.
loves you, that has
Yeah.
your best interest at heart. through whatever you're going through in life. They don't want to see you fail or be down or, depressed or what have you. So they're going to tell you the truth, even if it might be hard to hear, you know, I mean, you and my mom, you guys tell me the truth, and my dad tell me the truth, even if I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be in that realm of thinking, but you got to have that person in your life that can talk to you candidly and say whatever is on their mind. You get like the hard truth or like the facts, um I'm trying to think of like a court show, like, the hard truth.
Nah, just
Which
open and
which
honest
what you're meant to hear, like.
Yeah. Open and honest communication. I get that.
Right, exactly. Not sugarcoat it. And you know some people, like, I'm a very sensitive person, but I know that I need to hear that regardless, especially now that I'm getting older. Like, I mean, obviously, we're all adults. We need to know the truth about things. And that makes it sound like I'm talking about Santa Claus. I'm not. But
That was earlier.
you the tooth fairy. But
That's enough.
like situations you go through in your life, you need to know like what it is, like why things happen, and how people think about it, so you can go back, you can meditate on that and think on it and come up with your own ideals about it. Yeah.
I got you. Unpacked a lot. What you got,
Yep.
God?
So I was listening to the sister, and she interchanged honesty and truth, and I started thinking, and I looked it up, and I'm listening to you, and you say the hard, honest truth. I really do think that it's the work, bro. Like, lying doesn't require work. It doesn't
Right.
require,
It doesn't take any effort to lie. Just
yeah,
make up some shit. Just whatever.
right. Like, but to tell the truth and to be honest, that requires integral action on your part. That requires you, or it requires a person to be considerate, right? It requires a
Yeah.
person to to critically think for themselves. It requires like I read both definitions because I was gonna interject and ask her if truth and honesty were the same things, but I was like, nah, I should know that. Like, they sound like they should be, but what we're finding
Yeah,
out
they sound
is,
like they should be, but they aren't really.
but when you look at them, it's like that's a lot of work that you're asking somebody to do, to be either one of these things,
To
right?
be
And
honest and truthful.
to be honest or truthful. Like, they both to be is like,
You might get somebody
Oh
who's
my
honest,
goodness.
but they don't tell the truth. I don't even know how
Right?
that
That's wild.
works. How they tell the truth, but they ain't honest, God.
Right? That's
he can
wild to me. That
check it out. He could honestly be a mechanic, but he just didn't go to school. Right? Like, he honestly fixing your car. Right?
I got something for that. If he didn't get a certificate
Yeah.
from a school, right, then he honestly might not be a mechanic.
okay? Truthfully, truthfully
Truthful. No, that's my
speaking.
truth.
Might work on cars.
Oh my goodness.
Right? But nah, seriously though, right? But I do think it's the requirement of the work.
Okay.
Right. And that's why I say, like, we've grown accustomed to the lie. Again, I'm saying parents don't have a rule book on parenting,
Right.
but parents do have a carrot that you can dangle called December 25th, right? And it's
Oh,
like,
right.
yo, you got a good list and a bad list. You want to make sure you're on a good list, right? So that you can get everything on your list, right? And
Right.
like that's the parents' tool to teach morality, to teach compliance,
Some
Right. For them to do
discipline.
the right thing and to be good,
the quote
come
unquote right
Christmas.
thing, right? Yeah, right.
Right.
Like, that's the parents' tool, and And I would have to ask, like, what would we replace it with? Like, personally, that one December 25th thing, I would choose Kwanzaa, right? Just because it's longer.
More
Right,
gifts.
7 days or birthday too. I would say birthday too.
You get more
Right?
gifts.
More, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more, like it's just more. Like what? And but it's also more work, right? Because it
It is.
requires us to have honest dialogue, right? And to present ourselves to each other as our best selves.
Right, which is hard for a lot of people,
Yeah, because most of us
actually.
don't necessarily want to be our best selves. We just want to get over, just to
Right,
Mm.
just
get
get
by,
through the
just to
next
get
day
by,
without
just to get by.
whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we just want to, like, a lot of people talk about I don't want to be a boss, I just want to be an employee, right?
Yeah.
Like both people are employed, but the mindset of the two are completely different, right? Those two
Mm,
people may not be able to unite and unify and work together just because they think differently, right? Like
hmm
the boss might need to go find some other bosses to work with, and the worker need to go find some more workers to work with.
Unless you're in the military, then y'all gonna have to figure it out.
Oh,
And usually fisticuffs decides that, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it
Yeah,
depends. I know not now.
yeah,
You
no,
know,
no, I'm talking back
but
then.
yeah, back
Back
in the
then.
day, like that was an option. That was
It
an
was an
option.
option. Fan
I
room
know.
training, yo, it was real.
Yeah.
And you was able to get your point across, win or loss, right? Like it was never, that wasn't the point.
No, it was to get it off our chest
That was
because
the point.
we did not produce the ability. We did not have the ability to communicate effectively at that
Correct.
at that level of maturity, at that age level of maturity. Um,
mm,
so that's why we chose to beat each other up.
Yeah.
It's just like kids when we was, when we used to fight. Well, yeah, we used to fight as kids. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
right, to solve a disagreement, just fight it out.
just fight it out. A lot of times when I was fighting, though, shout out to all the big boys from the block, Akron, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to make us fight. So
Oh,
y'all know I ain't lying on y'all,
Kitty Fight Club.
but
Let me find
Super
out.
real. Super
yeah,
real.
yeah, like they used to make us fight. So like you came outside like you was gonna fight somebody. So don't come stay on the porch or go in the house, play video games or something.
Can't come outside crying and telling.
No, no, that was not the case. But the truth in that was it made you tough,
Yeah,
for the environment.
correct. Which
Right.
you had to
The,
be.
the lie was that we needed to fight to resolve our differences.
Correct.
Right. That part. Yes.
Correct. Correct.
Mm.
Which is why you had to be tough.
Which is why you had to be tough. And that's the truth. That's the truth.
Wow.
If you get beat up more than 2 or 3 times, forget about
You know,
it.
check it out, right? Like we are so desirous of a culture that we will say and have said, at least I've been told, that that's akin to a rites of passage.
Yeah,
Like
I
being in a
definitely
fight with somebody.
in
Nah,
that
like
community, being in
in,
that
in,
community.
in that community, like for me,
Yeah.
like you had to fight just to go outside as a kid, right? Like just to have the right to play outside. Because if you didn't, you was a herd,
Oh,
and everybody,
I see. Like you were seen as a punk or something if you weren't a fighter.
not even a good one, just
Yeah.
just,
You
just
know,
that you will defend yourself, you will fight for the block, you will rep the set, so to speak, right? You're not gonna let nobody
Oh,
come in here and infiltrate.
or like
So
disrespect where you're from or whatever.
correct, right? So it turned into a pseudo rites of passage
mhm.
that makes you tougher, right?
Right.
And it tricks you into thinking that you have to be tougher amongst your brothers and sisters because ain't nobody else coming over here.
Right? It's only us fighting each other, practicing like little
Because that's
warriors every single day.
because real talk is practice, right? Real talk is
Practicing.
practice.
It was because anybody came around our neighborhood, they got beat up for real.
Facts, right? I remember like any out of state license plate, bro, like victim, right?
Yeah,
Like get out of here with that.
yeah, definitely. Like we fought so much. It was wild. It was fun though,
Yeah.
but it did, like you said,
You
got
said it was
like
fun.
it did teach us the wrong way, but it was very communal, was very rites of passage, and I'm not gonna lie, even though in that neighborhood we fought a lot, we had block parties,
Hello.
we had a
There was
neighborhood
like peaceful,
community,
like positive things too.
we had a big brother program, um, and it was just like the older guys in the neighborhood picked a little young dude to be able to, kind of be like, that's my little bro, you
Mhm.
Yeah,
know.
kind of like big brothers, big sisters type.
I mean, they was doing it. That was just in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
Right, just in
you know.
general, not
That
like the
wasn't at the boys
program.
club. That wasn't at the Y or at the boys
Right,
club. That wasn't that
just
none of that.
independently, just in your neighborhood.
And the people, the mothers and the fathers, the parents in the houses.
You actually had a community.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Right?
I
We
feel
had
like
we
today,
had communities at one point.
yeah.
yeah, and I feel like today that whole the village, or it takes a village to raise a child. I kind of feel like that's lacking today because I mean I work in the education system, and every time um it's almost like a radar. When I go somewhere in public and I see a kid acting crazy, I want to like say something. Obviously, I can't, but I want to be like, "Oh my gosh, whose child is that?" or "What in the world?" But I kind of feel like today, parents, a lot of parents, or that I've seen in my experience, that they don't want other people to discipline their children or to say anything to their child. They want to be the one doing that, because they're like, "That's my child. That's my right to do that. You don't." As the way it was back then, like aunties and grandparents and whatever were helping to raise the child and discipline the child, whereas now I see a lot more like kids just, the moms will be like, well, no, that's my child, you can't tell him anything, even to like you know the counselors or like anyone, like that are also close to the child, but they're not their, even if they're their family, they don't like that. Which, I mean, to each their own, but I just noticed, like, in working in education, I've seen a lot of like parents that are like, I don't want anyone else to like, mess with my child or discipline or whatever. Like, whereas before, I just felt like it was more like all hands on deck in the community to like help raise the child
Well,
and
I'm gonna tell you
discipline and
something
stuff.
about that. When I was in elementary school, real quick, because I don't want to go too far off topic. When I was in
Yeah.
elementary school, it was parents who would fight the teachers, who would tell them, and the teachers could spank us.
Facts.
Wow.
My teachers had permission to whoop my
My
ass.
teachers had permission. I hate
Oh,
it.
Wow.
yeah, I got plenty of ass whoopings at school, like by teachers, administrators, principals. Yeah, back during them days, you could. But I also saw a lot of teachers get whooped by by some parents. Like get
Right. That too.
arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like you put your hands
Yeah.
on my son, just because they popped them with the ruler, because the ruler was supposed to be like free for everybody. Like everybody got the ruler, you know. But some people
Hmm.
couldn't get beat. Like they didn't have permission to be spanked.
Right.
But man, a couple of them kids got that ruler. They moms was not with it. Came in there and beat the brakes off a couple of them teachers. Like I bet you would. You better not. I don't care what the policy is. I come back
Right.
and
Exactly.
so it really hasn't changed, except for that one dynamic of where we did have more communities and more people within the community caring about, not just
Right.
their children,
Yeah,
but
but
Yo,
other
so
kids in the neighborhood, like,
yeah.
yeah.
we actually had a community. Like we don't have a
Right,
community now.
that too. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like in the narrative that you just gave of your childhood, right? Like that whole like the reason why they can say that the scrapyard was a rites of passage is because there was a culture in place that dictated that this is what we do. We look out for each other. You know, it was like a system that y'all had, right? You had like a whole community. It was a functioning system of love that dissipated and went away, and more people are doing their own things. And now you got folks talking about can't nobody, not even the grandparents or not even the aunties could spank my child or do whatever. This is wild.
Right. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying that there are still parents like that, because I'm sure there are still families and stuff like that. But just in my experience, a lot of parents are like, no, don't touch my kid, or I'm the only one, only call me for discipline, or, you know, it's different
Yeah.
than before.
It is very different. So keeping the conversation moving along, family. All right.
Yeah.
In personal relationships, what is more significant in personal relationships? Is the truth more or less harmful than a lie in a personal relationship?
Mm.
And
Why are you grinning like that?
because you know what I'm saying, personal relationships are always personal.
Wait, hold on. You mean like the relationship, like with
No,
in a
I'm gonna give an example. So
okay, please.
um so my example would be uh what can I take from okay, so I was supposed to do something for my significant other in my relationship. And I didn't do it, whatever it was. I was just supposed to do something. They wanted me to go pick up something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I got busy. And the truth is, I forgot. Okay.
Oh,
That's the truth. The truth is, I just literally forgot it. You know,
right. It
I
just slipped
didn't
your
make
mind. You knew you had to do it. You just forgot.
right. I literally,
She said that sarcastically.
you know, but when I
Shut
got it,
up. No, I
look,
didn't. I'm
right,
saying it for real.
right. But look, but like when you called me and asked me, I knew I really wasn't gonna do it anyway.
No, hold on. That's a whole nother layer of wait a second. Wait a minute now.
You know what I'm
How are you
saying?
gonna put that in there?
Yeah, because there has to be a lying component. It has to be some truth to it.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
You
The
know?
lying
Yeah.
factor.
So like what really happened is I really forgot. Right. But I told you on the phone that I would do it. But when I told you on the phone I would do it, I was lying. Anyway. So what do I say now? So now when I come home, when you ask me, why did I not do it? Do I say, oh, I just forgot and tell that person the truth? Or do I say that I wasn't gonna do that and tell them for the more truth, you add the salt on top. I wasn't gonna do that
Oh,
anyway. I don't even know why you called me and asked me to do that. Okay.
Oh, don't
What-
say that.
okay. I'm gonna stop you right there, bro.
Okay.
Okay. So
Or do we
I
just
think that last part you said that would probably get you in even more trouble. The last part you're saying I wasn't even gonna do it in the first
or do we
place.
just lie? Do we just lie
Definitely wouldn't.
and just make up something? Oh, I went past there, but they was closed.
Yeah, I mean, that's better. That's a lot better than I didn't want to do it in the first place, because that'll get you. I mean, that's not nice. It just, I mean, you don't ever want to be like that rude. I mean, I would just
Mm.
say, you know what, it slipped my mind, I forgot, or traffic was bad and I didn't get to it, or I wouldn't.
You want a story. You want
I don't
to
know.
lie, make it sound fly, right?
Make a fly lie.
Fly lie.
Because with that, right,
Yeah.
like with relationships, because you could say you forgot, you could say, yo, I honestly forgot. Like you can put on the face and everything.
Right. That sounds really convincing too.
You can like really do all that. And the retort to that could be, if it was really important to you, you wouldn't have forgot. Or if I was really
True.
important to you, you wouldn't have
You
forgot,
wouldn't have
right?
forgot. True. Yeah.
Which,
Or you don't forget to do so and so and so and
yeah,
so. It can come in
right.
Why
various
you
different.
forget about me? Why you forget
Yeah,
about my
yeah.
thing?
Oh, wow.
You didn't forget that other thing you got.
Yeah, forget that. Oh man.
Didn't forget that other thing. Oh man, you petty. You
So you know, but it's over with quicker than than the lie, and then she figure out, or they figure out the truth later on. Like then it'd be much worse, I think. I don't know, man. It's that.
That's complicated.
So
Yeah.
again, they
And I mean, it's
say
a
that the
little
truth
white
hurts.
lie, but it's like,
basic. This something basic too. Look, I ain't pulling from no. Look, I'm sharp tonight, baby. I ain't got no.
They say
Ain't
the
got
truth
my
hurts.
feelings ain't on my sleeve. Talking about, you know what I'm saying? We got real scenarios. This, yeah. What we gonna do? We gonna lie?
Yo,
What we
lie.
gonna do? We gonna lie? And is that now is the law? And now is the lie more harmful or less harmful? Now is the lie less harmful? Is that the choice we picking?
So if we gonna lie from the beginning, we gotta lie to the end.
If we're gonna lie from the beginning, then you lie all the way to the end. Live the
So so
live the lie,
so
right?
so when she, or when they, I apologize, when they uh ask you to do the thing that you didn't want to do in the first place, or that you knew you wasn't gonna do in the first place, and you said that you would have, you should have been coming up with an excuse at that moment for why you wasn't gonna do it.
To not be able to do it, right?
To not be able to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Live the lie. Like
mhm.
like once you start lying, once you start off with a lie and say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, when you know in your heart you got mad other things that you was trying to get done or whatever, you gotta, you can't be mad for her expecting you to get it done.
Yeah,
You
because you
gotta
already
be,
lied to her saying you're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, you
you gotta
said
be prepared for the blows, guard your grill, knuckle up, and have a good one.
a good what? A good one what?
A good story, a good
A
A
good
lie
good
lie.
excuse as
Say
to
it.
why you didn't come
to
back with that
continue.
thing that she
A
wanted
good
you to get.
lie.
Because you started with a lie, so you got to continue to
Yeah.
lie. Like, because again, right? Like the truth is kind of like repentant. You can't fake repent
You can't fake it, right?
in reality, right? Because if you say I'm not gonna do a thing no more, and then continue to do a thing, you really not repentant, right? Like, or
You
repentive.
lying. You lying
You lying,
to yourself.
right? Like,
You lying to
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
so that's what I'm saying, right? Like if you start out with a lie, you have to continue the lie, honestly. Honestly. Like you have to
No, no,
otherwise
no, no, no.
otherwise you don't want that relationship.
Otherwise, you don't want the relationship.
Yeah, right. Cause
Oh, I see. Because you're lying because you don't want to hurt their feelings. Kind of.
because the alternative is I wasn't gonna do that anyway, right? Like
Right.
that's gonna end the relationship. Like what you mean?
Right.
What
Yeah.
you
Or
mean?
it's going to
What you
be
mean?
pretty bad for a
It's gonna be,
little while. Or,
it's gonna be the start of a thing, right? It's like it's gonna be pretty bad for a while.
Especially if you lying
right.
over little stupid stuff like that. Like
Right. Right. Exactly. If you lie over dumb little things, who
And if
knows
you
what
really
you
wasn't
could
gonna
lie
do it,
about, you know?
exactly. And
Then you'll
that's
lie
what I'm
about big
saying.
stuff that really matters.
That's what I'm saying. The start of the in the relationship, right? So I'm
Yeah.
saying, right, if
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Like I told you, man, we love to lie, bro. Like we want to be lied to. That's why actors are loved, right? So much so that people think that they are the character
Oh
that
yeah, true.
that
The
they
character
portray.
that they play. Yep.
Yeah, right. Like people love that, right? They love the fantasy because reality. That's
Hmm.
why drugs is so popular because reality is so real. It's wet. The concrete is hard. It's cold outside, right? Like it's raining. The my significant other is on my ass about something else. The job want me to do something else. My kids are being kids. My dog is being a dog, and life is just lifing.
Right.
Here's some drugs that'll
Uh-huh.
take me away from all of this for a little while.
Right.
Live the lie, right? We prefer to lie, bro.
Oh
We,
yeah, yeah. Drugs ain't take,
we want,
drugs
we
ain't
want the
ain't
lie.
no drug. You coming down off whatever you want.
Yeah, but for that moment,
And
you
unless
got
it's that, unless it's that other thing, and Lord,
right.
that's the
That's
last
what I'm
rap.
saying,
That's your
right? Like
final voyage.
That's
that's what I'm saying.
pretty extreme to be doing drugs off that normal stuff. But I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, I get what you're saying in
There's
overall,
a lot
like
of drug
to
users
escape
out there
things, escape reality, whatever it is.
to escape reality. That's what I'm saying, right? That's living a lie. That's because you're escaping reality. Like that is impossible, right?
Right.
Like you still there,
So
even
Right.
if
You're running
so
away from your
so what you
problems, even
saying,
though you're
God, is
still there.
drugs aren't the truth? Drugs aren't the truth.
nah, son, like
They a whole lie. Drugs is a whole lie,
it's
y'all.
a
Say
whole
no to drugs.
Right.
or tell the
Honestly,
truth and say you just want to get high,
and just say
right?
you want to get high. Okay,
Right? Like all I'm saying is there's no escaping reality, right? Like what's real is,
that's a fact.
right? Like you're gonna come down, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna have to deal with it anyway. So deal with it.
Right. Like if the bills ain't paid, and I
Yeah.
say I want to go get high, I'm going to go get drunk. I'm going to go drink my sorrows away. Then those bills still going to be due when I get back.
Right. And
So
then you're probably going to have more bills because you forgot about them because you're getting drunk.
Then you have penalties and late fees and now you got people calling you. Now you're not answering your phone. And now you
Right.
answering the phone with a different voice. Hello.
Then your phone gets cut off because you ain't paying that.
because you're getting drunk all the time, huh?
You get drunk all the time, right?
Because you're
Like
Oh
getting
there's
my
no
drunk all the
goodness.
time.
we love the lie, bro. We people watch the Super Bowl just to see the commercials,
Yeah.
right? To be sold something, to be told
Right.
that they to be told that they want something, right? And then they can go out there and buy it and feel a part of, right? Like that's we want to be lied to. The truth requires too much work
The
for
truth
too many.
requires too much work. So is that why it's so offensive? Is that
Too
why
much
when
effort.
people when you share the truth with somebody, is that why,
Yeah, it's offensive.
is that why they're the majority of people we seeing now, I made a post, I shared a post and made a post. But from my experience, I'm seeing how like that truth, like when you share some truthful information with people, they get
Hmm.
offended. They like non-receptive to it. They might pay attention to it and examine it, but then they still offended by it because you shared it with them.
Maybe because
And
they wanted to live in a lie. They just wanted to, they didn't want someone on social media or on the news telling them what really is going on. They just wanted to live in, fantasy land and just believe whatever they wanted to believe, which is not the truth. And someone is putting the truth in their face, they're going to oppose it because it's not what they believe, even if it is the cold, honest truth,
the
no matter
cold
what it
was
is,
okay.
what, if it's deep or not deep, or, the sky's blue, like, yes, it is, like, you know, something silly, like, you know,
Let's take this comment right here.
hello.
EL Henderson. EL, what's up, El? Americans are so used to advertising and over grandiosity that lying or exaggerating is easy.
I would add on and say preferred.
It's preferred.
Right. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like
It's preferred. Wow.
it's preferred, right? Like it's as soon as you say you don't want to be rude and it's hard, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like so when you say words like it's hard, that means it's work involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, come on, like it's not that difficult to be an honest person. It isn't.
It
And I
is
mean, I get
difficult.
what he's saying,
It's
but like,
difficult, Jazz. It's difficult to be honest.
You said
It
you work at
is.
education. Yeah, it's very difficult, right? Like are you honest at work? Or do you go to work and be not you specifically? I'm not
oh,
asking you.
right, right.
I'm not asking you.
Right. The individual, the people in general.
Just in general, yeah.
Yeah, in general.
I mean, I would say maybe about
Yeah.
50% because, you know, you go to work, you get up, you know, you have to deal with your boss, your coworkers, all that stuff. On top of everything that's going on in your own personal life, you know, you're probably, you know, given like a, what's it called, a poker face,
Poker
where
face.
you're not completely like showing your emotions on your sleeve or on your in your facial expression because that's not really how you feel. You're just going through the motions of the job and, you know, whatever.
I would
That's
akin
not,
a
and
poker.
you're not being honest. You're lying. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to the boss, the coworkers, everyone around you to get through the day. And that might not even, it might not even be a job that you hate, but just a job that you tolerate, the job that you do, you know, you know, paying your bills and whatever. And I mean, that's not necessarily wrong, but it is what it is. You're not necessarily living your complete truth. And, you know,
I would akin that to the oh man, what was the other thing that we said earlier? It slipped my mind just now. But yeah, no, I 100% agree with everything you just got finished saying.
thanks.
That's
And it's like some
just
people, they go to work for 8 hours a day and they barely make enough to pay their bills. So I sure as hell wouldn't be going to work happy with, you know, completely knowing my financial situation and knowing what I do, you know, but and then some, you know, other type of people, they'd be like, well, change it, change your situation. But I mean, those are like self-righteous, kind of like, you don't know my whole situation. You know, everyone's life is different and the path they take, you know, but
Absolutely. So check it
in
out.
terms of the lying thing at work, like, yeah, they're definitely, I mean, of course, there's people that go to work, get up, and they love their jobs, but I would say 50% of America isn't like ecstatic to go to work every day. Like, you know,
I would say
I mean, I love my
85%.
job. I love it. But
So
like
look, I got a
everyone can't say that.
situation where I was in when I was in the military
Right.
where me lying was, y'all tell me what y'all think about this.
Okay.
Okay. Me lying to myself, living a lie, was
Mm,
necessary for the morale of others. Okay. And what I mean by that is like my role and responsibility. People see me 3 times a day. They didn't see everybody else 3 times a day.
right. So they
I'm the
get
only,
used to you and your face and all that stuff.
okay, yeah, that too. But what happens is my attitude that I have to have because I'm interacting with them. There's a
Oh, so you have to be positive and like upbeat all the time because you're like interacting with people, kind
I'm
At
of.
best
serving
cordial.
at best cordial.
Yeah, at
Okay.
best cordial, of course.
So with that
Yeah,
Pleasantly cordial, right? Yeah.
pleasantly cordial, absolutely. You know how you
right,
got to greet people every single
Yeah.
day. You serving food, so
right,
you need to greet them. Um, so in that capacity, I had to leave all of my personal stuff, all of my private stuff, anything that I was feeling, anything that was going on with my family, anything that was going on with my relationship, anything that physically I wasn't dead from or dying from, but I was still able body to get up and go to work. All of that
right.
stuff had to be suppressed.
Oof.
in the
God.
name of morale. Okay. So that was me lying, living a lie, presenting a lie in that capacity every single day, during those days when I could not express my truth. I could not say how I was feeling about certain stuff. I could not express to anybody about how I was feeling about certain stuff because I was obligated to a responsibility and I showed up.
Right.
So if I wasn't going to, do what I said I was going to do, then I shouldn't have showed up. Because it was other people, because there are other people who were depending on me to show up to live that lie. You see?
Yeah, you had responsibility, like major.
So that's one of those examples where you were talking about how in the school system, people show up to work and some people may not enjoy their jobs,
Right.
whether it be pay or whatever, but we talking about the lie and the truth about it, right? Whether they showing up or not, regardless of they still showing up.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
the truth about it, that they
Yeah.
still showing up. They honestly showing up. Whether they lying or not about how they feel about it is, like
Yeah, that's a
we'll
whole
never
other
know that.
thing.
It's inconsequential, really.
Yeah, it's like it is because they showed up and they're there. So there's an
Right. Exactly.
expectation now once you get there that's not yours.
Correct. 100% not yours.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like we say tell the truth, but we practice lie, right? And we teach like it's you don't ever want to say it's good to lie,
Never.
right?
Right.
You don't ever want to
No.
say that, but the truth is that most of the time, like you lie for the good of others,
Right.
of everything that
Or for personal gain, or
for
for
the
Yeah, or for
responsibility of
yourself.
or when it's
For
yeah,
yourself.
convenient. Like
yeah.
people be lying for convenience,
Yeah, people lie
Right.
just yeah.
be lying
But
for
but but
convenience,
but
a lot
but
of
to go
stuff.
back to the question you asked about your significant other, though, I think like I do think for your partner though
Mhm.
that the truth is always the right way, right? And I'm not saying like the blunt hurt your feelings truth, but
Right.
the truth of how you feel and how you understand a thing is always the right way. That I think that your partner is the one person that never deserves to be lied to.
Never deserves to be lied to, right?
I
I
think I
agree
think I
completely.
think
Yeah.
I think your partner should be treated like a mirror,
I
right?
agree.
And that person, like, you should never lie to that person. Like that's the person you're supposed to be not your weakest, but like everything.
Yeah, vulnerable with you. That's
Yeah,
who you trust. That's your best friend on the
that's your partner.
planet. Yeah,
Yeah,
on the
right,
planet. Like once
yeah,
you do that, yeah, like that's your best friend. You know.
yeah.
So definitely. So it should be some value there. And
Right, exactly.
and if you
Value to the
value
point
it,
that you're not gonna lie to them over something tiny. Like, just be like, you know what? I didn't feel like getting it today. I was tired, or whatever the case. Like, I'll get it in a few days, or what have you. Don't
Take the tongue
lie. I
lash, take
mean,
the tongue
I don't
lashing and
know.
keep moving.
Right, right. Just
right? Like if it's not a deal breaker, then
right. If
we
it's
still we
something,
still needed to do something like Ali was saying, have effective communication. That's why you have to share those things and talk. But it don't
right.
have to be a deal breaker.
Correct.
It don't have to be a deal breaker. But if nobody's willing to discuss things, then
Correct.
you stuck where you at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the truth about it. Or we could lie about it.
No, we're gonna tell the truth about it. Tell
Or we
the
could tell a
truth.
little harmful
Tell the
lie
truth.
about it and just say, you know what? I'm not gonna tell the truth. I'm just gonna keep lying, and I don't care, you know. But it is interesting how these lies, these things that we talking about right now, these lies and these truths, it is interesting how these lies can be help harmless. You know what I'm saying? How these lies, like we got these lies looking harmless out here.
I know, right? We just like just lie here, just lie there. You know, you'll be all right. Just lie about that little thing. You know.
Where I just promoted, you could do a whole career, just lie. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But but you have to suppress. That is the thing because of the
Yeah.
responsibility. You can trigger other people's. They having a. It's different
I,
when you out on the ocean and you have nothing to do but your job and eat.
yo, God, I think you have to suppress because it is societal norms,
Suppress it
right?
because of societal norms.
Right? Like we love to lie. Everybody wants you to put your best face forward, right? Society wants you to keep all your crap at home and
Exactly. Just keep it
and
under wraps. It's not
perform.
our business. It's not our problem. Just focus
Exactly.
on doing your job. People, I mean, any type of job, any corporation, whatever,
Yeah,
they don't want to know about their employees' issues or troubles or their personal life. They just we're here to do a job for them,
correct. And
and
that's
that's it.
yeah.
And that's no
So
Keep
and
lie.
yeah,
so I think that's this. I think it's
that's the truth.
society dictates lying.
Society has
Dictates lying.
dictates it. It
Yeah.
definitely conditioning it for sure.
So maybe dictates not the right word, but promotes it, support it, encourages it.
Yeah, it definitely
Propagate.
has something to do with it. It's definitely like,
Like,
you know, all
right.
related.
Propagate line with Christmas.
I mean,
Right
because
on top.
think about the truth tellers. Like a lot of our truth tellers wound up getting assassinated or ostracized from families, and they wind up losing out on professional situations because they're truth tellers unapologetically.
I'm
Like
losing
people,
family now for being a truth teller.
like
So I
it's like people,
understand that.
right? Like it's hard, right?
It is.
People don't want to hear the truth, so it's like, is it better than a lie? Like,
And that's
Yeah, but they just don't want to believe that it is. It
that's
is.
that's
Of
what I'm
course it
saying
is.
because
But some
then
people don't want to admit that.
they don't want to admit it. But then my question is like, okay, so am I just supposed to accept you lying? Like, am I supposed to just accept your lie? Because if I'm given a choice to say, let's live in truth or let's live in a lie, I don't care whether it's with whoever I love, because that's the only people I'm living with. Okay.
Hmm.
Then I'm going to choose to live in the truth. I'm not going to choose to live in a lie. Now, if they say, well, let's live in the truth, but can we keep these little lies? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not doing that either. Because
Yeah, no, that doesn't
I
make any
don't
where's
know
sense.
the
if,
value?
if we talk about it up front. I might consider it.
What for the lies?
Because if I know about it, and if it's not really a lie if I know about it, right? I don't know, right? I think I'm participating. I don't know, but I'm tracking what you're saying. I'm just interjecting.
Right, because you never been told though. So that's what I'm saying. Like, see, you're right. If you're told, if it's communicated to us at the beginning, then it's not a lie. If it's communicated to you at any time to where you aren't surprised when it hits you, all right, it's not a lie because you were informed. You were properly informed. Whoever
You was ready
communicated with,
for it. Yeah,
so you were ready for it. You were
you was
prepared. You
ready
were
for it.
anticipating the information,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
All right.
Hmm.
But if a
Yeah.
person is lying, though, they completely dishonest. They completely coming with a falsity. They delusional. They on some other stuff that has nothing to do with the truth, with having effective and clear communication and resolve within whatever that relationship is.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And to me, that is never harmful. But I'm realizing nowadays that has been done, that is becoming more harmful than just allowing some of the people in the relationships that I've had in the past to just marry their lie and still want to be attached to me.
Wow, that's deep. I gotta get going, guys. Gotta get up early in the morning. But I loved this topic. This is a great topic, very intricate, deep as always, thought provoking, truth and lies. You know, um, look forward to talking with you guys. I'm doing the show next week, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. Have a nice night, guys. Bye,
Have a
everyone.
good night. Feel
All
good,
right, good night,
Jazz.
sis.
Peace. Yeah.
Yo, man.
We got Jazz Garcelle to pop in for us, y'all.
Yo, that's fire.
Definitely. She gave a lot of interesting takes on tonight's topic. Man.
That's why we be wanting her always on, right? Because
Yes.
Because her perspective is needed and interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I don't know, man. Like I say, is even though it's beneficial and it's the best in relationships,
The truth or the lie?
the truth, right? But I don't know, man. It's
so should we only do the truth, and so should we start being selective in our truth with people? So it's just like, okay, so I got this group of people over here and they cool with the truth. They truth people. And then all these other people over here is people that I really
we
can't
have
trust.
to. You have to.
I can't trust them because they cool with lying. So I don't really know which side they're gonna be on, where they're gonna be at, you know. But I'm not gonna deal with those people. Like for me, I don't know what everybody else gonna do, like society gonna do, because everybody get to make their own choices for the most part.
So I'm saying in that scenario you just gave,
Right.
I'm saying work would be the second part where everybody wants you to lie, and
That would be doing work
that would be at work, right? Where
for the truthful person. I get what you're saying. For the truthful person, when they're around those truthful people, they cool. It's easy breezy because everybody's on the same page. Everybody cool with the truth. They want to hear it. They like, man, let me know so I can be not scared but prepared, and I can do better. And especially if you there, you telling me, so you probably gonna help me because you ain't just telling me. Okay. But then over here, you have these group of people that they wishy-washy. One day it's the truth.
They 100% don't want your truth. They want what they are asking you for.
There it is. They just want accept me like this, or don't accept me at all. I don't care how much you think that I can be better. I just want to live in this lie like this and enjoy.
I would say that would be work relationships, right? That would be
hell nah. That's personal too, God. Work,
personal,
private.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that's but
and I don't mean hell nah, like that, like work relationships ain't it.
Yeah, I understand.
I meant to say hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Check the record. I meant to say hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Work relationships and personal ones, private ones, they all one and the same like that.
Yeah.
Cause like
right.
how we gonna pick and choose if we gonna be that? Like if you're gonna be somebody who says, I'm going to commit my life to trying to be honest and trying to tell the truth as much as I can, you know. So you're not gonna feel good around liars. You're not gonna
At
feel
all.
good when you feel like it's a lie being told to you. You're not gonna feel good when you know somebody lying to you. And it's just like, why you even lying to me? Like, you don't have to lie to me of all people. You're not gonna feel good. So eventually you just gonna, like most people, I don't know, some people do, but the majority of people would get away from a liar. They're not gonna put themselves around that. If you bring the liar over into the truth area, they're not gonna get along because they're gonna be in this, that one liar gonna be in this truth area where they just like, man, everybody here got too many expectations of me. And I ain't like this. I like the lie. I don't want to be in truth. I want to be in whatever I want to be up in my world. They choosing to live their life, have their life experience on this planet how they see fit, which is fair for everybody. Okay. But in relation to a circle of liars, truth, a person who deals with the truth, they're gonna have problems in that circle with people that lie, and they ain't gonna want to be there too long. And then that liar, if they around people who deal with the truth, they never gonna want to come around them.
Yo, I think the liars would kill the truth teller. I don't think the truth teller will get a chance to escape. Right, because he
You
might
said the liars would kill the truth teller when he went over there, when they went over there to the group.
right, because
Because they'd be so mad and they feeling it'd be so emotional that they
the truth teller might expose the lie.
Yeah.
Right, the truth teller might expose their lie, right? So they are now dangerous, right? I think
they dangerous because they got because the truth, because they can't hide behind the lie no more.
they dangerous because they're gonna expose the liars in the lie, right? They're dangerous because it's not just about them, it's about what the exposure, what that light of exposure is gonna hit and how many people is gonna touch, right? And that's where the rub comes in, right? Because that's how like politicians and politics work, right? You know, this society would be much better if we were taught politics in elementary school, middle school, high school, and stuff like that, right? If we were taught to not pick a side, Democrat or Republican, but to understand politics, we would understand politicians, and we will understand when they are politicking and when they are speaking truthful, right? Because
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Like, but we don't know, so we look for what looks like the most truth based on the standards that they gave us that we're supposed to look at, right? And
like don't drink, like get some sunshine or go drink some bleach.
right.
But everybody missed the sunshine and just focused on the bleach.
Focus on the bleach.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like we want to focus on the lie. We want to focus on the bleach. We want to focus on the thing that does not that requires the least amount of work, right? Because I think most people are suicidal anyway, right? So I'm thinking they're gonna drink the bleach, hoping that they die anyway, right? Like that's just like I know I don't want to, you know, I don't want to say it out loud, but I really do, man.
Yeah, don't say it. If you don't want to say it, don't say it. So back to the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell us a lie. Don't say it. Don't say the truth. Just We gonna keep on laughing till y'all this evening, hitting y'all with these lies. And, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all see the truth in these lies, or
Right? Because they tell you
the
the truth will
lies in
set
these
you free,
truths.
right? They say the truth will set you free, but
It don't. It keep you in bondage.
the question is free from what though?
I've
Right?
always said that. I said
Right?
that about
Free,
being saved too. Like saved from
right?
what?
Say from what? Like what are you free from? Because you definitely not free from the hurt feelings that you've caused on this other party, or the disappointment. You're not free from that. I mean, unless you just didn't care in the first place.
And
I
lying
guess
to them, right?
I guess you are free if it didn't matter in the first place. I guess the truth will set you free if it didn't matter.
The truth will set you free if it don't matter, huh?
I don't know, man. It's interesting.
Mm. He ill don't hit tonight, man.
Yeah, nah. That's what I'm saying, right? Like the promise, right? Like it sound good.
He said we value the promise
That's
and not the follow through,
what I'm saying,
which
right? Like
becomes a lie.
that's what I'm
Politicians
saying.
are notorious for no follow through. Shout
That's
out
what
to Obama. Um, but
right.
yeah, so
Yeah, and what do you do with that, right? Because the promise is built off of intent, and I don't know if you're lying intentionally, or in your, I don't know what's in your heart. So if you say the words right, or if you say the words better than my opponent, then you're gonna vote for me, and I just gotta not follow through and say that they wouldn't let me do it, right?
right. Right. Like my hands were tied.
What
You
you want me to
know,
do? Like
couldn't get a bill through the house, not one.
not one, right? Like
But the other 150 that we did pass, but we couldn't get to them. You know, we just couldn't. We had no time. We had
right?
150 other ones that we had to get by
That we
this year.
had to get by, right? Because again, it
Yeah.
goes back to the other thing, right? If your partner say, "Hey, can you do a thing for me?" and you say, "Yeah," knowing that you wasn't going to do it in the first place, unless you coming up with an excuse right then and there, you got problems,
Right.
right? Because if you tell her, "I wasn't going to do it for you in the first place," if the politicians tell you they wasn't going to do it for you in the first place, you're not going to vote for them.
You wouldn't commit.
You wouldn't commit to them because they being honest, right? And to be honest, I probably would vote for that person.
If they were honest enough to say, I mean, I would too though. If I could find somebody that was just honest, like, look, I ain't gonna be able to do this.
I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not
I
gonna be
may
able to do
not be able
that.
to do that,
Set the
you know.
stage, homeboy or homegirl. Like set the stage, right? Like let me know the truth, right? Like of what you intend to do and what you can and cannot do, right? And right, let me know what it is. You know, don't tell me you're gonna give me a stimulus every month and I get a stimulus that first month and the next month then you got a bunch of excuses.
Right.
And then we just supposed to well, the economy, and I'm just supposed to understand, and now I just got to accept two lies. The first lie of you was gonna give me some money, and then I got to accept the lie of you can't give me the money because of some BS about the economy.
Well, they told us the truth.
They told us
We weren't going to get it. And we haven't gotten it. So I don't think they lied.
I don't think they lie, right? Like whatever they say, no, they mean that.
No, you haven't gotten it yet. No, we haven't gotten it
Right.
yet. That's the truth. So,
Yeah, man.
you know, so definitely it would be nice that if politics did have a little bit more truth to them, a little bit more follow through on their
Nah, bro, I'm
on their
saying
jump shots.
I'm just saying if we understood politics better, right? Like let them do what they do, right? Just give us the tools to be able to discern,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we're like political science, like it's again teaching you how to manipulate, it's teaching you how to get your point across and what the parties do and stuff like that. But
Parts of God. Go ahead. I hear you.
right, but the process and like I don't know, man. Like we need the right tools to even understand what's being done to us in our face, right? Otherwise, it's gonna be like never. There's gonna always be some magic happening and a whole bunch of don't look behind the curtain, right? Even though you see feet underneath the curtain,
He
you
said,
know
even
what
though
I'm
you
saying?
see feet underneath the curtain.
Like don't look don't look over there, right? And if you
Right.
do look over there, you have now broken the law, right? And the expectation is you now suffer the penalty and punishment of that, and now you are not free anymore. Right? Like it's
Yeah.
the society dictates lies, bro. Like, and I don't know how to get around that. You know, I'm not a good liar personally.
Nah, I'm an awful
Just like I'm
liar.
not a good liar
And
personally.
especially not the people that know me, because people that know me be looking at me in my face like, boy, you lying.
You lying.
It's especially my girl. That I tried her with a lie the other day. I was like, yeah. And I wasn't even in her face. I was on the phone. I was like, yeah. She was like, nah. You lying. I said, how you know? She was like, Bible, the way you answered it. And it wasn't even the verbiage, it was the tone of my voice.
It's a tone, right? Like like it's just I'm just not a good one. Just not a good one.
Like, did you do that? That was when, did you do that yet? Yeah. Did
Hey,
you
me, I'm going to do it right now.
did you stop by the store and pick that up? Like, you know, you done called me and said stop by the store and pick it up. I'm like, all right. I'm riding. I'm pulling up. I'm pulling on the street to the house. Hit my phone. Did you get that for me? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Got to drive past the house real quick. Hope she ain't
Drive
looking
right
through
past the house. You ain't at the house, though, right? Good day.
the window. Right. Where you at right now? About to put in the house.
Yeah, bro. Like, and that's what I'm saying, right? You call them little white lies, and we convince ourselves that it's out of love, and it's not even to convince ourselves. It's the truth, right?
It is
Because
out of love, but do it hurt more or less? Because it seemed like those little lies, when you find out them little lies, they kind of like be a little bit more hurtful than a big lie.
it's like a paper cut.
You know, it's
Paper
kind of
cuts
a
are small,
difference.
but they hurt. Yeah.
You know, like the bigger lies. It's almost just like, wow. You know, like, dang, like I ain't know that was gonna happen. This is crazy. But the small ones, you just like, what was the point? Like, you could have just told me the truth. Why did we have to go through everything we went through for a what you call a white lie, or a I did not lie to you, I just didn't tell you everything. I'm like, that doesn't sound like the truth. And I know socially, a lot of people get that in relationships and in
Correct.
activity, in human activity. They get that. They get that excuse, that response, and I want to know, like, is that more harmful? Is it more harmful to do that? Which we've seen a lot of lies. We talked about a lot of lies, a lot of truths tonight, and more or less, it would seem from our conversation that there's supposed to be a healthy balance of truths and lies.
Well, you can't have a balance without both.
But is there a healthy
Think
lie?
about it.
Is there a healthy?
No,
Healthy
it's not.
lie?
It's not about a healthy lie. Like the word balance itself. Like you
So it's
need
the balance we focus on. We don't focus on the lie. We focus
like in
on
reality, bro. Like if we use words like balance, they only apply if there's something to measure it against. So
right.
you, so, so you need both, right? If you use words like good, you need a bad,
You need an
right?
option
Like you need the opposite. So
and a misunderstood. We threw a third one in
and
there.
and to do a third, misunderstood, right? Like which is most things, because good and bad, when you don't have a culture in a society where the norm is to lie, is subjective, right? Like it's, it's if you can articulate your actions, if you got the better rhetoric, then it's acceptable, right? That's what we call lawyers liars. And it's not even about who is right in the courtroom, it's who presents the better case, the better argument,
Right,
right?
right, right.
So it's not even about
The
telling
truth.
the truth
It's
at
not.
all. Like in law, in our legal system, in our judicial justice, and what's supposed to be the in my mind of what I think justice is, right? Not, I don't have no dictionary, but what I think justice is, um, it's supposed to be that moral factor or that moral standard of right and wrong, right? Like if the things that are illegal, so to speak, are wrong, right? And the things that are legal are quote unquote right. Um, but in that process of right and wrong, lying is not only allowed, it's required, right? You need a prosecutor and a defendant,
Okay.
right? Everything is like you have to have the balance, you have to have the options, you have to present both and let the people decide which one they choose.
Right.
It's not about the truth, it's about the presentation, right? And that's sad.
Okay. Yeah. That is sad.
That's sad. That's
That is super sad. That absolutely means you can get away with the crime. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
You got a good
That absolutely means that, if you got it, if they don't have enough evidence and you have a good enough attorney, you can get it and they can make a case. Then it's not about what you prove. It's not about the truth. It's about what you can prove. And that is
and that's
definitely
sad.
the construct. Yeah.
That's our justice. That's our legal system, right? Those are our courts. Like you go to the judge for them to decide who's right and wrong, and he'll accept or they will accept the lie.
And they will accept the lie. I think, yeah, EL Henderson back. I think a lie is more misdirection than mistruth. I think disguising the truth can be seen as a protection.
Disguising the truth.
Disguising the truth. Telling a lie.
Cause I was confused. I ain't gonna lie. I was
Telling
confused.
a
I was
lie.
like,
Telling a lie. What you talking about, EL? I think a lie is
like
more misdirection than the truth. And then I think disguising the truth can be seen as protection. That is you slick. That's slick right there.
like that's what I'm saying. Like that's like white lies and
I think disguising the truth can be seen as protection. Nah, it's the lie. You don't protect nobody from the lie. You know what I'm saying? Because
man, like
from the truth, because it's a lie. Protect them from a lie. Don't protect them from the truth. Because
yeah,
if we disguising the truth, we telling the lie. Automatically. That's let's go to the first. I think a lie is more misdirection than mistruth. Okay.
It's
Misdirection.
the mistruth.
Well, no, because I could completely lie and it don't have nothing to do with, like when we was talking
Anything.
about the store, right? When we was talking about the store, I ain't go to the store. My lady called me, asked me to go to the store. I ain't go to the store. So now the lie is intentional moving the goalpost. Maybe. We gonna rock with your first one first. Because it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I think the lie is more misdirection than mistruth. I like it. We like it. We love it. Okay. Now, when we talk about a misdirection, then a mistruth, I think they the same. They one and the same. Because what he did here was a misdirectionist was used in court. They say misdirection.
Correct.
All right. Because they saying that basically it has nothing to do with the case.
Correct.
Now, a mistruth has nothing to do with the truth. And so does a misdirection. They both lies.
Take a mistruth like you missed the truth. Like
you totally missed it. And you lied. You
right,
totally
like,
missed the truth and you lied, family. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
that's what I'm saying. Right, like and like this, like again, the second part, right? Disguise of the truth can be seen as protection. Again, right?
I didn't tell
you
you the truth to protect your feelings. I didn't tell you the truth because I love you. I didn't tell you the truth because I didn't want to hurt you. I didn't tell you the truth because I didn't know how you would react. I didn't tell you the truth because that's a lot of ways to say that you are a liar and that you weren't honest with somebody you cared about.
That's true.
That's a lot of ways to do that.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
But he's absolutely right. People do this.
Yeah.
People do
That's what I'm
this.
saying, right? Like I'm saying, like, again, December 25th sets the stage, right? For a universal lie, right? A universal lie to control behavior in the children, right? It's a universal teaching tool to control
Lies.
lies, bro. Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny,
Santa.
like 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 the discovering that rabbits don't lay eggs, son, like had me stuck.
The
I was
thing
like, I don't understand the Easter Bunny. Like, I don't get it. Like, why would they like like what? What's the point? I'm missing this. Like
Wait a minute. Rabbits don't lay eggs? There's no bunny eggs? Like nobody, you never had
all right,
Oh
like
no,
I
I
mean,
know you grew up in New York. You never had rabbit eggs for breakfast.
right? That's what I'm saying, right? Like, again, right? Like, so being from Brooklyn, like totally devoid of a lot of things. You could tell somebody that would have never seen a thing in the first place, anything.
Right.
I don't know to challenge that. Like why would I? I don't know nobody with rabbits. Ain't no rabbits running around here, right? Like, you got rats, right? And,
Right. And they not
rats
laying
don't like,
eggs.
they're not
Because they would be losing them.
facts.
They would be losing them at a rapid pace.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to see the rat population go down in New York? Make them lay eggs.
Make them lay eggs. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah, but again, like that lie, confused a young 10, 11-year-old me,
Right. Through the
right?
facility, but through the facilitation though of
Like it confused me to the point where it made me start to challenge or be rebellious, because now I'm like, I didn't understand so much. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, why is that? Why is it celebrated? Why is it such a thing? Like, what is this thing about? Right? And it was never an answer satisfactory that was valuable, other than mind control and manipulation.
mind control and manipulation.
And I'm saying, like, there was no value in thinking that rabbits laid eggs.
Yeah, it was no value in rabbit, except for unless you just for an Easter egg hunt. But it still just could
But
have been eggs. Could have
it's
had a
just
big.
been
Could have been a big. It could have been mother goose or a big chicken. Yeah,
it could have been things that lay eggs, right? Like,
it didn't have to be a whole rabbit. That's not even the case. So had babies talking about mom going in the pet store like where are the eggs?
like think about, like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, to the point to where people think that you need a rooster in order for a hen to lay an egg, right? Like,
Okay,
people don't know some of the most basic things because of the illusion, and like, it's like when you're not exposed to things, you just can't know something.
right. You can't.
That's no fault of your own. There's nothing about, you can't do nothing about that, right? If you're not exposed to it, you can't, right? But this I find a lot of people, bro, we don't know the basic fundamentals, and it's all from these thinking that rabbits lay eggs type lies.
Yeah, type of lies. Being conditioned and socially, now we see it manifesting in other areas of people's lives to where, and it didn't help that maybe it did help. I don't know, but I don't know. Things got a lot more sensitive in the past few years, um, as far as the whys and things like that. So I think it just opened up um, people asking why, people
Yeah,
asking why more
yeah.
instead of not how. And so now we see so much of that where that has rolled over into a whole generation and even older people adopting it to where like the lie is more comforting. The lie is a lot more comforting, a lot less arduous because you have to actually and you know what? I say people don't have to. That's the crazy part. I know people that I've shared truth with and they ain't do nothing. They stayed the same. They didn't do nothing. They did nothing different. They have exactly stayed the same. Like didn't budge. Not one bit.
Mhm,
Whether it benefited them from what I shared, whether it benefited our relationship from what I shared,
mhm,
they still didn't change. You know, so you don't even know when you're dealing with this person if he lying or not. You really have to make a decision. It is a gamble every time you step out on something with this person because you don't know if they lying. Okay, but I know through my personal interaction with that person, no matter how you deliver the truth to them, that person is convinced they're not going to change. They are comfortable with who they are as being a liar. Okay. And I respect that person for that because I don't have no expectations. Okay. And they told me they not gonna be nothing but a liar. So that's understandable when you're dealing with an individual like that.
mhm. When you're dealing with a truthful liar,
A truthful liar,
an honest liar.
an honest liar. Like they're gonna be lying. So like
Yeah.
when you dealing with them, like you really just have to You really have to make sure that, like, okay,
That's kind of how I feel about quote unquote crackheads, or somebody that has an addiction. I think they're honest liars, right? I think that they're being controlled by their addiction or habit, whatever the word is, that is making them do things, right? So that's why I say, like, I don't know if a person that's an addict, like in real time, the things that they do, are they bad or is that person sick, right? Like, and if we make an excuse for it, is that a form of lying? Making an excuse?
well, I'm gonna say this. I've never heard of and I've never researched it, of a medical diagnosis for lying. Like, what is it? Is it called
No, these
can
are
you get diagnosed for lying? What they call that? What's the word for that? It is a word for it, right? But can people get diagnosed that? I thought we just called people that. What is that word?
so what's coming to my mind
Uh,
is habitual liar, but that don't make sense. That can't be the
like pathological liar.
yeah, but I don't think the word liar could be in the word that's describing.
The liar, right?
I don't think liar could be in the word. Because like kleptomaniac is describes somebody that steals stuff,
Still, and that's
but
what I was on. So there's no word for liar.
there's no word for liar. I don't. Yeah.
But you a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you lying and that's it.
Right. Right. So like a kleptomaniac, like, is that person a bad person? Right. Like, is that person
Yes.
evil?
They're not evil, but they bad because you keep stealing. And you steal from anybody. So that's what makes you a
And
kleptomaniac.
so yeah, I don't know, man. Because
I'm not saying they
yeah,
evil, because
they're not evil.
they
Definitely
could
not
just
evil.
steal from people,
Yeah,
but they ain't never tried to shoot nobody. They ain't never tried
yeah,
to stab nobody, rob. They never tried to cause physical harm to a person. They just, and most time kleptomaniacs are like that. They just steal. They
yeah.
go somewhere and they gotta take something.
And that's what I'm saying, right? That's what I mean. And I can the kleptomaniac to the a drug addict person, right? Like, I'm saying that even though I know it's different, I know that the kleptomaniac is quote unquote born like that. That's in their genes and stuff like that. The drug addict person is putting stuff into their system that got them addicted to it. Now they doing stuff to keep the party going. I'm just talking about the actions themselves, right? Because I would think both would still be considered sick people, or somebody that you would deal with differently. I don't know. It's tricky because, like you said, they just steal just to be stealing, not
Yeah, they
even
steal just to be.
not even to hurt your feelings, or not even to they just stealing for no reason, just to just take your stuff. Yeah,
Right. They just steal. That's what they do.
not
So
they don't even want it. They're just taking it.
yeah, and that's it. They just have a desire to steal. It's not
A compulsion, a compulsion, right?
a compulsion. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Because they do it all the time, and with no purpose, but just to steal.
just to steal. They don't even want it.
Yeah, so I get that. I get when people do stuff like that, but that's with that compulsory line. Now this the thing. Like I said, I know somebody who lies all the time, and they always lying. Like,
Hmm.
you don't know when they telling the truth, and they comfortable with it. They don't have even the way that they receive my when I share the truth with them, because I'm always truthful with them, because I'm not going to get on no lies with them. Even when they receive it, they still don't change. Like, they still don't matter. Like, even the things I may share with them, they don't care. They just still gonna do them. So, like, I respect that because it's honest. You gonna lie. But if you present yourself as somebody who's ingrained in the truth, embedded in the truth, then until you tell me that that's not what you're doing, then that's how I'm going to treat you. And I think that that's fair communication. Like, if you able to know the difference between the truth and the lie, then some people are valuable enough to inform that I'm going to be in these lies. So I don't care
Value,
about the truth.
value is the word. Value, valuable enough. Value is the word,
Yeah.
right?
Valuable
And
enough.
right, like that's where the important lies, and that's where the intent is, right? Because again, if your partner asks you to do something and you ain't have no intentions of doing it in the first place, then the value is lacking in that whatever that thing is, right? Like it's not a big deal. If it was a big deal, you wouldn't have forgot, right? Like it would have been on the top of the list, right? Like it's just I don't know, man. Like as I said, I would this should be a word for liars, like or lying, you know.
Oh no, let's look it up. A word for
Unless they don't have a word, because then they would have to. I don't know, man. It's
well, we talking about the truth, but we examining the lies. The way, directional, position in which someone lies to be, remain, or kept in a specified state. Be, remain, or be kept in a specified state.
hmm.
Okay, so let's go liar then, because it seems like they definitely not.
It seems like you can finagle that definition.
The lie, right?
Yeah, I didn't lie. So you can word jujitsu that joint.
I mean, that's what we doing with all these words anyway.
Yeah.
Liars, one that lies. That's it.
That's
as in
it.
as in
That's
ambush. So now,
ambush.
yeah. A
That's
liar is a nail, isn't it?
yo, they got ambush next to that.
Ambush.
Damn, bro. Like that's purposeful, intentful, harmful.
Exactly.
Like like the value in that is to come up off of you, off the other person. That's
That's
what an ambush. That's what an ambush does, right? You lie in wait and you catch them off guard, right? And you take everything they got.
right. Yeah. So if you lie, then you
Damn.
just
So
trying to ambush the people you love. If
why
you
would why would our society make it cultural to be a bunch of ambushes? Like what would be the value in preparing people to ambush other people, like to just lie, like
so look, here I'm gonna go creative with it. I'm gonna go wild with it, right? Maybe because instead of hunting, because nobody has to hunt for food now, everybody got
Mhm,
dependency on grocery stores and restaurants and things like that.
mhm, mhm.
Now, lies have been injected because surviving life is the hunt.
That's what I'm saying, right? And hunting is work. It is hard work. It is long work. Is not a quick, easy go out there. oh, I see food, and you say food, die and process yourself. Nah, you gotta lay in wait. You gotta set traps. You gotta be sneaky and conniving and
And what is that? Ambush,
that's ambush, bro.
right? So you have to put more energy into the lie. Okay. But the truth hurts so bad. That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's crazy that that's where we at as a
yeah,
culture,
yeah,
as a society. Like that's crazy. As human beings on this planet, like that's crazy that that's where we at. And especially in American culture where everybody just want to be lying. Nobody values the truth. They don't want to hear it coming from nobody who love them or nobody who don't love them. You know, everybody want to be in a fantasy world, fantasy land. And
yeah.
then when you're trying to have a real, genuine relationship where you know it's built on honesty, you know it's built on truth. How can you do that in any relationship
You can't.
if somebody's trying to ambush you?
You can't. It's like you said earlier. If you got a group of liars, the truth teller is not going to be comfortable. If you got a group of truth tellers, the liar won't be comfortable. That's the truth, right? So if you or if person A is a truth teller and person B is a liar, that relationship is kind of not meant to be, right? Like it can't be, right? It can't be because one is a truth teller, the other is a liar. Those two, you know what I mean? Like they to try to force the liar to be truthful, I'm saying it's not nobody else's responsibility or job, right?
Because
Like
the liar, if they want to be with the person who values the truth, then they should
tell the truth.
tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
If they value the relationship
If they value the relationship.
all the time.
Yeah.
But if you have a person who is a liar, then should the honest person, the person who values the truth, should they should they value the liar enough to say, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and live the lie with you?
Now, so that's where circumstances come in, right? And how much this person mean to you and how valuable they are to you, right? Because again, last week, we talked about love, and I said that I can love somebody so much that I need them to go over there so I can love them from afar, so
Right.
that I can continue to love them. If they stay around me, it's going to turn something different than love.
Okay.
And I want to keep loving them. So I need them. So we need to separate, right? Like,
But let me ask you this: do you tell them that, or do you just separate in that
nah,
situation?
so me, I like to say what I
You
got to say.
okay? Cool.
Like, because
I mean, me too, guy. I like to say what I got to say too. Like I ain't,
because
yeah.
and it's only because I get confused very easily. So
I don't want no assumptions either.
I don't want no assumptions.
Yeah, I don't want no assumptions.
All right.
Because I take stuff too far sometimes. So
I take stuff too far sometimes. My imagination, I don't need that. Right.
yeah,
I like knowing what
I
it
like the
is.
truth.
I like knowing what it is.
That's why I like the truth. Just be honest. Just
Be
say what
honest, man. Like
you
don't
know.
have me thinking about it.
Yeah, like just say what it is. You know,
Just say
like
what it is.
don't be scared of a conversation. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that we see going on in relationships with truths and lies, just be scared to have these truthful conversations so that way they can bring resolve. But I once again think that when in relationships, if there's a part in that party, there's somebody who doesn't uh want to be truthful, then they won't value sharing the truth.
Correct.
You know, they'll rather just live with they lie, and they lie, you know, whether they live or die with it. They don't care about the outcome. They taking, you know, so it's hard to say that they value the relationship if you're willing to live a lie, you know. It's hard to say that. It's hard to say they got value in it. But it is very easy to identify when somebody coming with the truth, because the truth is not what did he say? Did he take it down? Where we at? Yeah, because the truth is not a misdirection. You know, and the truth should be all the protection, because now you can make an informed decision.
Now, and that's what's scary. The scariness of how the other person is gonna handle the truth and what decision they're gonna make, right? And that's where, which is why I say, like, I think it's only scary because we're not getting into relationships honestly in the first place. Like you know, we tell little white lies and we lead with lies and we give false hope and false expectations, and we get into a situation now. It's like, yeah, but you know, she want me to do this every night. I gotta do this every day. I gotta do this all the time. I gotta always go to church. I ain't like going to church before. I was just doing it just because, and now I gotta do this all the time. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you was lying though. You should have told her.
You
Should have
gotta go
told
to
her
church.
you ain't like going to church.
Should have said that.
Should have told him like you ain't like going to church.
Should have said it, and then they would have made the choice to not want to see you or to see you, and you would have had to be mature enough to handle their response to your whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the thing, like there's another comment in there, and they talked about delivery.
Hold on, let me pull that up. Let's pull up that delivery. The problem most times is the deliverer and the presentation. It's a skill. Okay. For the lie or for the truth?
I'm gonna assume they talk about for the truth, right?
Pathological liar, habitual liar. That was the other two right there. Pathological, habitual liar. So I don't know. E.L. Henderson. I don't know if you still watching on that, but in the comment section, did you mean like for a lie? The most times is the delivery and the presentation with the lie or with the truth?
I'm thinking he's talking about the truth.
I'm really gonna go with both. I'm gonna go with both because I'm learning that
I don't think delivery matters. Like
yes, delivery matters with the truth. Yes, it does. I'm personally going through a situation now that delivery matters with the truth. Because if it hadn't been said, like I said something to somebody, and if I think that if it hadn't been said, if it had been presented different, then they might feel different. Okay. But because I did not, what I said, like, I was in the military. So, and I don't have children. I don't have the patience that I see parents exemplifying when they dealing with truths and lies with their children. I believe that parents have more of a filter, more of a balance, more restraint, more reserve, more compassion, I think it's just a skill set that comes with parenting because you're watching a human life develop and you're there for every single action of it. So because I haven't had the privilege of raising another human life, then what I think is when I deliver some of my stuff, when I'm dealing with grown-ups who present themselves like children, I don't present it. I don't, my delivery and presentation isn't skillfully. Okay. So I get that. And that's in delivering the truth. I think in order for a lie to work, it has to be presented skillfully.
Well, a well-organized lie will defeat a dishonest truth, a disorganized truth every time, is what he say.
So, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be that.
Yeah.
It could be that. That's what I'm looking at because it's still the truth. So it can't be that other than you just don't want to do the work. Or that person, other than that person who's offended by the truth because the truth requires work, then they don't want to do the work. That's why they're offended.
Correct.
So if it's not that, then they had to be offended by how it was
How
presented.
you said it. Yeah,
Yep.
how it was presented. So my issue with that, right? It goes back to our culture conversation because we don't have one that we don't know how to act for real with each other, right? So in your household, you are taught and spoke to a certain way, and learn how to speak to people a certain way. In my household, we were taught and learned how to speak a certain way. And then you and I both had the experience of going to the military where 100 at least at that time, right?
Yeah,
100% of it did not matter about how you felt about it.
100%.
100%.
You had no feelings.
Feelings, man. All right, you be on a chart, right? Like, all right, like you're feeling like so. Those situations, like they told, like your feelings don't matter, like because they don't. What matters is what we're doing.
The mission.
Like that matters.
Yeah, that's what
How
you did for. That's what you signed up for.
how you woke me up for my shift really doesn't matter. Like it matters between you and me, how you woke me up, but it really don't matter in the grand scheme of things because it's still my watch, right? And I gotta stand.
And you need to be there on
I
time.
need to be there, right? So if I waste time scrapping with you because of how you woke me up,
Right.
I'm the one that's about to get punished for not being where I'm supposed to be.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's
Like,
the truth about it. That's the truth about it.
so it's not like your feelings kind of don't. But in the military, they gave us a culture that we had to accept and adopt in order to be honorably discharged and retired, right? Like
It's the uniform. It's the uniform services. So everything is uniform.
everything is uniform, right? And if you cannot fit standards or make regs, then they adapt. They ask you to leave.
Yeah, they do.
Because they need everybody to go down when they say go down, to jump when they say jump, to go when they say go. Because that's what it is, right? When it's hot, we ain't got time for but wise.
We ain't got time for I'm sweating.
I'm sweating, I'm tired. I ain't had no sleep. You know, we ain't got time. We don't have time for none of that,
Nothing.
right? Like
It's
they
do.
coming, and if they get here, we might not get home. So what we gonna do about it?
Yeah, we need to do. What's the plan?
Do action, right? And
By the time that plan already done, and it's just do,
execute.
execute. There you go. Yeah. So I mean, I'm thankful for that amount of discipline, but I do see
It's
where
lacking everywhere else, though. That was my point. My point was we got the experience of that, and our fellow servicemen and women, and veterans got the experience of that. But the rest of America is out there on the hope and a prayer, right? There's no there's
flies.
no like there's no real standards on something as simple as a greeting of the day, right? You had to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But today in the outside world, you can walk past somebody and greet them and they not greet you back. Right. And
Yeah,
there is no expectation that they should or will.
yeah.
Right. Like there's no standards, right? So the culture dictates the lie. Right. So it must be good.
Well,
It's terrible.
I definitely, have been seeing where it's just like, wow, like these lies. Even when I look at like some of the content online, and you hear and you see just like it's like that has got to be a lie. Like how do they even know that? And like it's no way that that's real. Like that has to be a whole lie. Um, but it'll have more clicks than what we talking about. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And and then when I
which
look,
which will make it true at some point.
yeah, then because of the high usage of it, the high velocity of the
Attention,
the attention and
it
the
becomes
injection,
real.
then now it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, this must really be real. This really like this. Oh, did you see that? And people will send me some videos sometime and they'd be like, man, did you see this? Did you see that? And I'd be like, that is not real. Why are you even
Not,
watching it?
yeah.
Like it's a real person there saying this stuff. It's a real person.
Yeah.
They got it together. Like they
Yeah.
they
It's
made
just
it
not
believable.
a real thing. That's it.
It's just not real, man. Like, like they got you.
But I shared a post today. A little kid, they had some lady in a fish tank being a mermaid and stuff. And I'm like that's what I'm saying, right? Like mermaids are not real. Like, but this kid is looking at a real mermaid, right?
Mm.
This person is pretending to be a mermaid, like the whole holding their breath underwater and smiling and like they breathing and stuff, like they live underwater. I'm like, why couldn't the mermaid just be fantastic? Why did it have to appear in real life fake? Right? Why couldn't it just live in fantasy land? Right?
Because you know why? Because the ice capades don't exist no more. Remember the ice capades? You can't
they
get the Little Mermaid on ice no more. You can't get like the
don't
seven.
do that no more. They
I
don't
don't
do
know.
that no.
I don't have babies. I'm just talking. I don't know. They probably do got the ice capades somewhere. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on ice, the Smurfs,
Yeah, bro. Like it's
what else? The Muppets on ice. Like, yeah, that used to be the thing. So I'm like, they could have put them on ice and left them in costumes. They didn't have to,
and even that, right? Because even like the mermaid lady, like she, I guess mermaid from the waist down or whatever. I guess I would feel better about it if she was mermaid from the waist up too, right? She had like a whole different body type or something. I don't know, man. It's just is to me is unnecessary. It's like look, a real mermaid. Like, no, it's not. Like it's
Okay.
it's like it's all BS, man. And
Like, no, that's not. That's a lady with a fish.
that's a lady with a fish costume for, right? Like pretending to be a mermaid, right?
But it's like,
Um,
but it's like the Easter Bunny.
like the
Everybody
Easter
wants
Bunny.
an egg. Shout out to Cadbury.
Facts. They
The,
got
cho-
us, right?
the chocolate eggs, man. Easter, we used to get a soup, egg hunt with a
Yeah.
Cadbury's chocolate, them chocolate Easter.
They
Easter.
they do the Easter egg hunt at the White House.
Yeah, that's still a tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
that's still
Like,
a tradition.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
But I think we had a great conversation this evening, though, God. We got I Am Jazz got sale popped up
Yeah, she
on it.
came through, right? Yeah.
We actually, broke down, covered a lot of ground with these lies. I know we made lies sound kind of cool, but I'm telling y'all,
They not.
lies are not cool, man. If you love somebody, be honest with them. If you respect that person, you value that person, you honor, you cherish them, you adore them, you admire them,
You respect them,
you respect them. What else we got?
appreciate.
Appreciate them.
How about just if you empathize, right?
Empathize with them. Tell them the truth.
Right? Like,
Tell the truth. Because most of the time when you're telling somebody the truth, when I'm telling somebody the truth, it's not to belittle. It is to correct. It is to be informed. So that way, if you want to correct it, you can.
correct.
But this
That's fair.
this what I'm seeing
Yeah.
because we in a relationship together. It
Yeah.
don't matter whether that's business, whether that's my brother, my sister, my wife, my pastor, my doctor. It don't
Yeah.
matter who it is.
Any ship. Yeah.
Any ship. And trust me, if I suggest something, and I know you probably got the same sentiments, then I'm willing to help you get there.
Yeah, you already know.
I'm willing to do it with you.
Yeah. Because I'm actually telling you because I want you to do it. Right?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't tell you if I didn't want you to do it.
I know what you're gonna look like when you get there. I see it in you.
If I'm telling you, I want you to do it. Right? Like, and I not just, it is not even a want that I have, is a want that I have for you.
That's it. I don't want anything in return but to see
Right.
you be successful.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is for like people outside of my marriage. Okay. In my marriage, I share the truth because I want us to be successful. I want our relationship to be successful, how we want.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to worry about it. So we can be better together or great together or phenomenal together or whatever it is that we trying to get, so we can both ultimately be happy in our relationship together and doing what we feel like we need to be doing. When I'm doing that with somebody else, I don't look to reap the reward. I don't look to reap the reward. I just want to see them get it. Even if it means that I gotta help them, that I gotta do some work with them. I'm willing to do the work. I wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't feel as though that all I'm going to do is be bringing it up, because then just bringing it up sounds like chastising or ridiculing or belittling.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
But if you're gonna help somebody, bring it up, and then let them know how you're gonna help them. But if they don't want your help, whatever.
You gotta
You
accept
go
it.
on. Yeah, it's somebody else who wants you. It's somebody else who gonna need it, who gonna value it. So, as long as you stick to the truth, or you a liar. So, like, if you a liar out here, man, just be a liar. Be that. Live it. But be honest with people that share with you that they value the truth, that they rather that you be truthful with them. Then let them know what you're gonna do. Let them know what you're gonna do. It makes a lot more sense. Y'all will be a lot more productive in your relationship, if there even is a relationship. After the liar lets the truth person know that, like, I'm gonna be a liar in this thing, I don't think that true person going too much further with that. It's really no benefit. So, you got any closing words on the truth and the
They
lie?
said
The truth and the lie, but not really on the truth though. Honestly, like, cause
nah, like again, if it's worth anything to you, um, what Kevin Hart say it with your chest,
say it with your chest, right?
right? Stop being scary, right?
Stop being
Um,
scary.
and I'm saying if you are scared, say you scared, but do it anyway,
Just say
right?
you scared, or you talking about just tell the truth?
Just say you scared. Say you scared. Tell the truth or whatever it is. Just do it anyway, right? Like in the moment, I'm scared. This is hard for me, right? This is hard for me to be dishonest, right? Because I'm used to being a liar. I'm used to being a coward. I'm used to not being accountable. But I care about you enough that I want to be held accountable. I want to do right. If and only if it matters and is valuable, right? And if it's not, then it's not. But I prefer the truth. I prefer the truth. I only got one face. You probably gonna always only ever see the same face from Ali, right? And if I ever start sweating, it's because I'm trying not to say the stuff I'm thinking.
Underneath the hat. I do that too.
I'm
that's
trying
why
not to.
that's why you see me like this sometimes. Like, I know they probably be like, that boy on drugs. I'm like,
Man,
nah,
don't say that.
more.
Don't say.
That's it. But I do that because I don't be trying to get too personal on here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I
And
don't be trying to get too personal on here.
yeah, and
Because we dealing with real things in real life, and they correlate, but
correct.
they
It's not
private.
the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they private.
yeah. But this is not our journal.
No, no, no. Cigar Sundays live, baby.
Cigar Sundays live.
Right here on DBCHEFTV. Always join with the God Ali Dawu L at BK Soul Farm and at I Am Jazz Garcelle. And we are the Cigarden Panel. This is Cigar Sundays live. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. So we really appreciate it. Thank y'all. If y'all go support the channel, anybody from the channel. You can pick one of us. Pick I Am Jazz Garcelle. Pick and go down, spend $1 and download a song. You know what I'm saying? Go to soulentities.com and shop with BK Soul Farm. Okay. Go to bksoulfarm.com and shop with BK Soul Farm. All right. Go to DBCHEFTV and hit the link. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of good stuff for everybody, man. So, we appreciate y'all. It's all love. And until next Sunday, we signing off. Peace, God.
Peace, God.
Nobody's perfect, but you perfect for me. Anywhere I go with you, feel like the place to be. If I ever got lost, would you wait for me? And if we ain't together, need someone to pray for me. Cause I need you, I would never harm, hurt, mislead you. I just wanna please, feed, tease you. Baby, ain't no need for you to leave. I could give you what you need. Start a life together, plant a couple seeds overseas with you. Yeah. Roll a couple trees with you. If you got a battle, baby girl, I'ma bleed with you. Do your dirty deeds with you. Travel through the breeze with you. Real love is all I needs with you. I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. You understand the mood